Yes, good morning to everyone. Now we will start with the class. Yes, yesterday we are studying about the Great Northern Plains, right? And I told you about the two ones, the Ganga Basin and the Satluj Basin. Now today is the Brahmaputra Basin. See, it rises in Tibet and there it is known by another name that is called Tsangpo, Tanspango. Okay, next, where it flows eastward and from where it enters to India, enter India from Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so it enter India from Arunachal Pradesh, right? Next, the important crop here is tea. Okay, tea is an important crop. Tea is an important crop of this Brahmaputra basin. Okay, so what is there in Brahmaputra basin? It rises in Tibet, okay, flows eastwards and enter India from Arunachal Pradesh, okay, and tea is an important crop of this region. So this is all about the Great Northern Plains. This is about your Great Northern Plains, okay. Now we talk about the states which cover Great Northern Plains. State it covers, okay. First is Punjab, second Uttar Pradesh, third Haryana, fourth Delhi, fifth Bihar, sixth West Bengal, and seventh is Assam. Okay, these are the regions which cover the Great Northern Plains. Okay, so what is there in Great Northern Plains? Great Northern Plains has three basins. One is the Satluj Basin, okay, which flows across Punjab, right? And the crops grown there is wheat, rice, cotton, and sugarcane. Fine. Next is the Ganga Basin. Ganga Basin is originate from Gangotri Glacier, okay, and it has a number of tributaries, the Yamuna, the Kosi, and all. Fine. Next is the Brahmaputra Basin. Brahmaputra, it rises in Tibet and it flows eastward, and where it joins in India when it enters, okay, it enters from Arunachal Pradesh, okay, and tea is an important crop of this region, okay, of this area or of this basin. Fine. Now this basin this Great Northern Plains and these three basins covers these states. Okay, these are the states which are covered by the Great Northern Plains or by the three basins. Okay, fine. Now we come to another physiographic division, that is deserts. Okay. The Western Desert. Next is the Western Desert or Thar Desert. Okay. Now we talk about Thar Desert. Okay, children. You know there are two types of desert. One is hot and this Thar Desert is a hot desert. Other is a cold. Fine. So where this Thar Desert is? Thar Desert is a hot desert. Fine. And what is the another name for Thar Desert? Then this is also known as the Great Indian Desert. It is also known as the Great Indian Desert. Okay. Now where it lies? It lies, if we talk about its location, so it lies in the western part of Aravalli Range. Okay, so where it is located? It is located in the western part of Aravalli Range. It is a hot desert and also known as the Great Indian Desert. Okay, fine. Now, where it spreads, its area, then it stretches from the Run of Kutch and Run of Kutch is in Gujarat. Okay, to the borders of Haryana. Okay, fine. So from where it spreads from the Run of Kutch in Gujarat to the borders of Haryana. Fine. Now on the east side, children, on its east, what is there? Aravalli Range of hills. Okay. On its east, it had an Aravalli Range of hills. Children, you have to write also. Just write it down, what I am writing on the board. Just don't sit idle. Adhyansh, just write down what I am writing. You are sitting idle now, that like this, you are lying on the bed. What is this? Sit straight. Start writing. Yes. Fine. And its extension. If we talk about its extension, then it is 800 kilometer long. Okay. And 500 kilometer wide. Okay, so this is about the desert. Fine, this is about the location only, children. That it is a hot desert. It is also known as the Great Indian Desert. Then if we talk about its location, then it is in the western part of Aravalli range. From where it stretched from the run of Kutch in Gujarat to the borders of Haryana. And on its east, we found the Aravalli range hills. Okay, and extension, then it is 800 kilometer long and 500 kilometer wide. Okay, just copy it down, write it down. Then we will come to the climate and vegetation of Thar Desert. Okay, we will talk about the climate, and you don't have to use fair copies for this. Just take a rough copy and write it down. Just do your work in a rough copy, children. Okay, fine. If you understood, then just give a thumbs up. Okay. So now we talk about the climate of this desert and about the vegetation of Thar Desert. First, we talk about the climate. Okay, what is there in climate? During summers, what is there during summer? Days are hot and dry. Okay, so in the summertime, the days are hot and dry. And what about the nights? Nights are cool. Fine. If we talk about winter, during winters, what is there? Days are same, hot. Okay, and nights become more colder. Okay, so nights are more colder in winter season. Fine. And why this happens? Because the sun cools down very speedily. Okay, so that's why this is the reason for the cold nights. So what is the reason of the cold nights? The nights are however cool because the sun heats and cool down quickly. Okay, in the daytime when there is sun, it becomes hot, and when the sun sets, it's become cold. Okay, fine. Next, we talk about the vegetation, children. Copy down this, and then we talk about the vegetation of the Thar Desert. Okay. Now, what about the vegetation, children? In vegetation, what we found? We found bushes and shrubs. And thorny shrubs. Okay, fine. Next, here we found cactus, kika, babool. Okay, these are the common trees which we found in this desert region. Fine, children. and there is less of rainfall also. Less rainfall in the desert region. Fine. Next, so we have completed with our Thar desert. Fine. In the Thar desert, what is there? Thar desert is a hot desert. Okay. It is also known as the Great Indian Desert. Next, it lies in the western part of Aravalli and it stretches from the Rann of Kutch in Gujarat to the borders of Haryana. Okay. And if we talk about its extension, then it is 800 kilometers long and 500 kilometers wide. Okay. If we talk about climate, then there is a hot climate. Okay. In the daytime, it is very hot, and in the nights are cool. Okay. So days are hot and dry and nights are cool in the summer. But what happens in the winters? The days are obviously hot and dry, but what about the nights? They become more cooler, more colder. Okay. And there is little or no rainfall. Fine. If you remember that there is a lack of water in these areas. Fine. Why? Because of the less rainfall. Okay. So that's why we don't find any good vegetation there. Fine. No crops are grown in the deserts. Fine. What we found? We found bushes and shrubs. Okay. Thorny shrubs and cactus, kika, babool. Okay. Those who have thorny shrubs. That type of plants could be found here. Kante जिसे कहते हैं. ठीक है. So that type of plants are found here. Fine. Now children, we come to the next physiographic division, and that is a southern plateau. Okay. I hope you all have written this. Now we have come to so now we will come to the southern plateau. Now children, when you are writing in your copies, you can use pen, pencil, whatever you want. You are just and try to practice with pen, because in class 5th you will be using pen only. Okay. You are writing in a rough copy, then try to write with a pen only, gel pen. Okay. Yes. Now we come to the next physiographic division, that is the southern plateau. Yes. We talk about the southern plateau. First, we talk about the location of the southern plateau, children. Then, this plateau is consists of two parts. Okay. Then we talk about that. Now, it lies in the northwest of Aravalli Hills. Okay. And north east of the Rajmahal Hills. Okay. Then if we talk about it extension, then it extends from the south of the northern plains to the last point of India. Okay, that is Kanyakumari. Okay. So this is their extension. It extends from the south of the northern plains to the last point of Kanyakumari. Okay. Now I told you that this plateau consists of two parts. Okay. One is Central Highlands and the next one is the Deccan Plateau. Okay, so next one is the Central Highlands and next is the Deccan Plateau. Now children, I just give you a brief of it. See, tomorrow we will study in detail. Central Highland is again divided into two subparts. Okay, one is the Malwa Plateau and second is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Fine. And Deccan Plateau, it lies in the Narmada River. Okay, on the south of the Narmada River. It does not have any subparts. Fine. So tomorrow in the next class, we will study about the Central Highlands, its subparts, the Deccan Plateau, and important rivers which are a part of the Southern Plateau. Okay, the important rivers which are a part of the Southern Plateau. Okay, so we will talk about that. Today we have done what? We have done with the Brahmaputra basin and we have completed with other physiographic division, that is the Western Desert, Thar Desert. Okay, so now children, what you have to do? You have to go through all these things. Fine. And tomorrow we will be sending you the notes in a PDF form. What all we have taught you in this whole week and what we are going to teach you. Okay, and that notes are going to help you in your worksheets. Okay, that has are going to help you in your worksheets. Okay, fine. So thank you children, take care and bye.